Welcome everyone, Sir Heroscape here today, coming at you with an awesome, exciting, crazy hype video, the unboxing of Heroscape Age of Annihilation Wave 1. Yes indeed, you are going to witness my unboxing of Age of Annihilation right here, right behind us. Big old box from Renegade. Thank you Renegade Studios for sending some product for unboxing and review. We're going to dive into it today. Let's not wait any longer. I am super stoked. Just got this box and ready to dig in. So let's get our first impressions, excitement, and all the things. Let's go do it together. All right. See you on the other side. All right, and here we are digging into the box a little bit more. Gonna grab the Takala Jungle set here. Let's set up our camera really quick. All right, let's take a look here. Okay, so we've got the Grove at Laur's Edge. We've got Heroscape logo, 3 Laur jungle trees, 6 Laur underbrush pieces, terrain system, the Heroscape terrain system looking good. Cool, terrain system, Grove at Laur's Edge, looks awesome. Looks cool. All right, let's sit back here. Age 14 plus, this is an add-on content, makes sense, components. Oh, a setup guide, okay, we'll have to take a look at that. Building environments and a little bit about it. Cool. Okay, very cool. Well, let's open this right up. Let's get that open. Okay. Opening some Laur jungle. Let's see how this turns out. It's looking good so far. Okay, let's see. Where's the? Is this the opening? Okay, there we go. Nice. All right. Let's see how these turned out. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's kind of cool. Oh, that's fun. It's like a hazy background. That's kind of cool. Do something with that. Throw that on something. By the way, that's not my camera. This is purposely like hazy. It's kind of a cool background in the back there. So I'll use that for something. Okay, I think that's everything. Okay, setup guide. Game contents. Okay, attaching the canopy, blah, blah, blah. Rules for basic game. Moving through jungle tree, right. Line of sight, yep. Giving examples of how you can set it up versus how you can't set it up, which is consistent with the Takala jungle. Looks like we've just got normal rules and cool. Okay, so like just a map example. No scenarios, credits on the back. And just a map, a cool map that you can play with using that. Yeah, there's always makes suggestions adjacent. Okay, yeah, there's nothing new about this. Okay, cool. So cool little reference sheet. You got a cool little background that you can throw on something, do something with. So we'll set that aside. Okay. So here we are. We're looking at 6 jungle pieces. Come on now. All right. Wow. These are hefty. There's a lot on that. You got 4 different types of bushes. You've got the 2 alien cacti again. This is consistent with previous Takala. And then this is a new piece, but it looks similar to one of the pieces from the original. Yeah, that's definitely going to be blocking figure line of sight. So we're just going to grab a few more of these. Yep, looks like they've got them pegged there. Okay, easy enough. They're all consistently the same. I don't see any differences in the jungle pieces. So we're so far so good as far as consistency. Yeah, so these things are super chonky. We've got you know, Raylan, Storm of the Morrow here, and I mean, she's sitting next to this thing, and they are massive, very, very big, which, again, they're going to provide +1 to the defense, but also line of sight. I mean, that is completely blocked. I mean, even from the side, like, that's pretty good. Just because this one's angled a bit, so you have the flat side and that one's angled. I mean, this is, you can kind of see through here maybe, but like, that's still gonna be pretty tough. Checking line of sight. Yeah, that's gonna be really interesting. So very, very chonky, very good blockers for the jungle here. I mean, the jungle pieces themselves are just massive. So let's see, did I get 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the last one? Oh, there's the last one. Okay. So 6. So we've got 6 of those jungle pieces. And then the three trees. Now, we do have different sizes. So notice the heights here. There's variation in the original Takala jungle, and they are doing variation in the Laur jungle sets as well. It looks like from the battle box, though, we have, what, the middle height? Yeah, okay, so this one's from the battle box. It looks like the battle box is the, I think, 14 high. I can't remember all the different heights, but you get 2 of those from the battle box, and then 3 in the Takala set in there. 3 varying heights. Now the size of the canopies seem to be the same. I'm not seeing any variation in the different versions. Maybe I'm just double checking here visually. Yeah, I don't see any difference. So I think these are all the same. When it comes to the size of the canopy itself, which is fine. I think the originals, I think Takala Jungle had a difference in the canopies themselves. Now, something to note is when I first reviewed the battle box, those jungle pieces, the canopies were pretty loose and a little bit bendy. There aren't as many bent pieces here in the Takala set, and this is a little bit more snug. So that's not falling off, so you might not have to glue those on. This one was a little bit looser, but still pretty snug. Let's see, yeah. And then this one was nice and snug when I was sitting it on. Yeah, that one's nice and snug. So there's gonna be a little bit of variation, I think, in some of the Takala, at least maybe the ones that you get from the battle box. But so far, this is a good snug fit. And that is the contents of the Takala jungle. So nothing too crazy. It's 3 trees and 6 bushes. Now, the biggest concern is what I discovered during the battle box video. And so I'm going to spend a little time covering that here because that is going to be a concern for a lot of you. And it's worth mentioning because this is not only a review video, but it is, well, I mean, sorry, not only an unboxing video, but it is a review video. So something that we want to keep in mind is, again, when we, oh, sorry. Actually, first off, let's test the attachment itself. Whoa. Okay, so that is flush, and it is fitting a little bit tight. Not, I wouldn't say too tight, but oh man, maybe. That's pretty tight. Okay, it does fit. It fits well, it's flush. Okay, so let's just continue to place terrain around that jungle piece. Okay, so terrain around the jungle piece is flush. Okay, good. Awesome. There we go. Now, this is fine, right? This is fine. You know, setting it next to it, 2 pieces. It all is good and looks compatible. The concerning part that I noticed during the battle box unboxing that I posted earlier today is the sitting on top of a hex rather than just the attaching to the hex. So what I mean by that is, yeah, see, the jungle pieces are the same. See that? It's completely flush, right? I'm sitting on top, and yet it's misaligned. And I wasn't sure during the battle box video what that meant and how that was working, and I went in and I chopped off one of these jungle piece things, because I thought this was maybe just sticking out too far, and I was like, that's not a big deal. It's just, a plastic thing that may have some issues. That is not the case. It is not the case. And so this is a problem. We build maps with jungles on top of hexes all the time. And so out of the box, you've got jungle pieces that are only going to be usable on the base level. So essentially what that means is as I'm attaching this, to a map or any current map that is out there that is being built, I can, attach it at the base level and have a successful map. But what I cannot do effectively is place it on top of a hex, because one, jungle pieces can't be alone on top of a hex. And because it's misaligned here, then if I have to add 2 hexes to the edge, which is a requirement as part of the rules, and again, this is flush. This is a piece flush to this jungle bush, but everything is now off. See? Everything is now off. So we ask ourselves, well, what's the issue? Well, the issue is the thickness of the ridges here on the base of the Takala. And I hate to be saying this. I hate to be reviewing this and unboxing this with all the excitement around this, because this means that this is just inherently a failure in the measurement of the design, of the testing of the product itself when it went to testing. This means that no one thought to go like this. No one. There was nobody in the testing department or in the quality assurance department or in the measurements department that said, hey, what happens when we take this hex and we place it on top? Because guess what? When you place it on top, it's all misaligned. And again, here's why. When you're looking at the base level, look with me here. All of these ridges, look at how thick they are. First of all, they're swoopy. They're what do you call it? They're flowy ridges. When I look at a ridge of an original hex, look at how jagged those are. Look at how sharp each edge is. It's not a swoopy, edge. It is a sharp edge. It is precise. You've got sharp edges and precise. Now also look with me here, the depth, the width of these pieces. Look at how thin this is. Now, they correctly made the other hexes. I've tested the new hexes. The new hexes are perfect. They're exactly the same. But for whatever reason, the Takala hex base is not the same. Look at that. It's inherently different. Look at how swoopy all the edges are. And now, it's actually not even a problem for these pieces. I've looked in this over the last several hours in depth at all of these different pieces. And the issue is the in-depth piece right here. Look with me at how thick this piece is. This piece is super thick. The reason why this is a problem is if you go onto this hex, okay, any hex, any Heroscape hex, look at the indentation here, okay? Look at the required space you have to work with on the indents of each side, okay? The indent portion of each side is extremely narrow. It's like 1 millimeter of width. See that? It's basically a fingernail's width of space between the top of the edge here of this hex and the indent of the locking mechanism of the other hex. And so you've got hardly any space to work with there. But the original designers did that. Okay, so you'll notice that this right here, the out part of the locking mechanism is thicker. It's actually probably 2.5 millimeters. This indent is quite literally a fingernail's width, a 1 millimeter width. So they have a different width here on the outside than on the inside. This same orientation or this same manufacturing is a requirement for all terrain types. So I don't know how they got away with having a product that did not match in terms of the hex base the same as their own product. Like, these are inherently two different products. This is a hex base with the exact same alignment, right, as the original, and this is not, right? This is not, because if you look at it again, look at the thickness. Okay, look at how thick this is. This is like 2.5-3 millimeters thick right here on the indent portion. Okay, and again, if I'm comparing to the original hex, look at how thin that is. This is a fingernail's width, hardly anything there. And this is about this is double, maybe even, 2.5 times thicker. And so every single indent portion of this hex is causing an issue. So it's bumping up against this portion of the hex, and it's hitting that, and it's not allowing it to sit flush. So I cannot, and again, if I align it, so if I move it to be fully aligned, right, I'm holding it right now with my fingers, and it's flush on this side. Oh yeah, it's good. No, it's not, because look at that gap. Okay, if I hold it flush on the back side, if I hold it flush on the back side, look at that. This is the front side. Okay, the only way it can sit completely flush is if it's off center or off from the original hex, right? So everything is flush, right? But now it's off center. Okay, this is a problem. And again, I'm so excited about Heroscape. I'm extremely frustrated that this is a problem, because what this means is I cannot use any of this on top of a hex on any map. I can't, and I can't do it. The only way I can is if I shave down at least 3 of these sides, maybe a 4th. And I literally did that to prove my point. So from the original video earlier today of the battle box unboxing, where I talk about this issue, I decided to destroy my own pieces from Renegade in order to prove a point. Okay, so, and when I say destroy, these aren't destroyed, but these are from the battle box, and I had to carve them up. I already proved that by chopping off this piece of the plant, that was not the issue. And so I went in and I went and shaved down. See all the damage that you can see on the sides? I took just a pocket knife, or you can use a craft knife, and I shaved down those edges. So notice, again, I shaved down an edge here so it's fingernail length. I shaved down an edge here so it's fingernail length. And when I say shaved, I quite literally took this onto the table, and then I just sat here and for 15 minutes just shaved away pieces of the inner part of that indent piece. And I did that for 3 sides. Okay, and you can actually see all the shavings here. So notice all these little green things, those are all the different shavings from shaving off the hex. And so the inner hex here is super thin. Okay, and then this is the inner hex that's still super thick. This is the original side, thin side that I shaved, thin side shaved. And so this one as well. I've got thin side shaved, thin side shaved, thin side shaved, and then it's back to the thick and back to the thick. And so I quite literally out of the box had to take these and take a knife to a new product to shave them down to make them work on map. This is a problem, Renegade. I love you guys. You've been doing great work in a lot of things. I don't understand how this passes quality check. Quality assurance. Whoever's in quality assurance, fire them. I don't mean that seriously, but like, there's a certain level of professionalism where, again, how do you get this how does this pass inspection? Again, all it took when the minute I opened the battle box, this is the first time ever seeing this product when I was opening the battle box earlier today in my video, and I literally just set it on top of the hex, and it wasn't flush, and I was like, okay, what? Like, how does that go? How do we go over a year of product testing, manufacturing, and quality assurance to get to a point where that was never considered? And then I literally had to take a knife, shave down the edges and prove to you that that's now it works. Again, this is the battle box, okay? This is the battle box piece that I shaved down. This is now flush, okay? Actually, it's even still a little bit not flush here. But it's like 98% flush. Yeah, see, it's still slightly misaligned. So shaving 3 sides maybe wasn't enough. Maybe I do have to shave all 6. I'm not sure. But when I go ahead and add pieces around it, okay, so if I throw this on here and add this piece, now I just showed you that these new pieces don't align when I add a 2 hex on top of another normal hex. Now that I shaved down those sides, this is perfectly flush. It works. It's enough. So shaving 3 sides, it seems, will fix it. But if I'm buying 6, 7, 8 sets of Takala Jungle, you really expect me to shave down the sides of every single bush and every single tree? No. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to only build maps or use maps where the jungle is on the base level, which honestly does not exist. So many maps do not use that because there's so many jungle that are on top of hexes. So I really, quite frankly, don't know how to solve this other than tell people, hey, when you get your Takala, go in with a knife and shave down every single, or, you know, at least 3 of the sides on the trees and bushes. I mean, all I can really say is this is a huge failure by Renegade. It's still a great product. I still love it, and I'm still gonna waste my time shaving down the edges so I can use the product that I purchased. But this cannot fly. You have to scrap whatever you're doing with this for any future terrain pieces. Go in right now and do whatever you have to do to fix this problem, because this is unacceptable. Again, I don't know how this gets past quality assurance. Look at this. It is clearly thinner than this outside edge. This is clearly twice, if not more, thickness than the original hex. And yes, you might think, oh, there was, you know, there's no issue with this is that because the indentation is the same. It doesn't matter if we add a little extra meat on the inside. It does, because it doesn't fit when you put it on top of each other. This is such a perfect, like, mechanical piece that probably required, you know, so many hours to get right and to get perfectly right so that it allowed just enough wiggle room to be able to stay together, but just enough thickness so it's not snapping on the edges. It's such a good design. So I don't know how you're not paying attention to that and doing it right here. Anyway, this is a longer video than it needs to be because I literally unboxed just a Takala set. But I had to spend time talking about this because while I'm unboxing this awesome Takala set, I'm also talking about the fact that earlier I unboxed already pieces of it, proved that there's an issue, came back, spent time shaving it before I posted this video, then freaking showed you how it's this. I don't know what to say. I'm proving a point that there's an issue, and in the same breath I'm encouraging people to go out and buy the product, but then you're gonna have to go shave it down or pay someone to shave it down and waste, you know, an hour shaving down all your trees and bushes. So again, I don't know how it gets to this point. It's extremely frustrating for me that this is even something I, as a content creator, have to bring to people's attention. I don't know how this failure occurs. Maybe it's because members of the community weren't involved in the quality check, quality assurance. So maybe the people involved in that just, you know, took a hex and said, yep, it fits, great, yay, on the side, you know, it's tight on the side, yay. So I don't know how you never go like this and say it fits, because it so obviously does not. Again, all I do is I place it on top. It's not flush. Why does sorry, you guys have been watching too long. There's nothing else to say other than I love Heroscape. I love the product. I hate that this is an issue, and I hate that this is a lot of people spending a lot of money to support this game and are going to have to spend their own time shaving down a new product. I will be spending my time shaving these down so I can use them on top of other hexes, and that just feels really bad. So, there you have it. Not the best of reviews, unfortunately. The unboxing obviously is always exciting, right? Getting to open new stuff, new product. Getting to see the Takala is awesome. I still really like the Takala. It's still great. Still encourage you to support Heroscape and purchase it. Unfortunately, I can't, in good faith, encourage the purchase of the Takala sets. Like, it's hard because, I mean, yeah, like, I'm still going to spend the time to shave it down because I have the product now. And so, and I paid, you know, and I've actually, I have more, I have more that I've pre-ordered, and it's all going to come in, and I'm going to have it, and I'm going to have lots of it, and I spent money on it. So I'm unfortunately going to have to take the time to shave it down to make sure it's usable. I should never have to do that for a new product that costs a premium. So Renegade, please, I know you watch these videos. You've sent me the product so I can create these videos. This is so bad. I don't know how else to say it. Everything else has been great. I've unboxed everything. It's so many things have been great. There have been a lot of failures. It happens. You can't get everything perfect. I get it. This is something that blows my freaking mind. I don't understand how this passes quality assurance. I don't get it. The hex is not a Heroscape hex. Yes, again, the outside indentations match. The inside indentations are just as important. I don't know how you never took a piece and put it on top of a hex and realized they did not align for this piece. I don't know how much more do I have to say this for 10, 15 more minutes. I feel like I have to keep saying it because it's just so frustrating to me, but I'll stop because no one wants to just watch me continue to berate, you know, something that I can't fix. Other than, well, actually, technically I can. I can shave it down. I can fix it. Anyway, please, Renegade, you have to go back, find out who failed on this, train them, tell them that they need to figure out what the crap happened and fix it, like ASAP. Like, not ASAP like yesterday, last week, last month, last year. I don't know how you go this long without finding that. It just, there's no words to describe how that amount of failure for an item like this can be an issue. I don't get it. I just don't. I completely don't. Hire someone on from the Heroscape community. That's all I can suggest. Get someone else on from the Heroscape community who's been around the game for 15 years, who can take a piece, put it on top of a hex, and tell you these do not fit, and can tell you people build maps with jungle on top of other hexes. Okay? You're going to be designing a terrain system with all kinds of different terrain that you are going to think up and create and have ideas about. And guess who needs to be on that team testing it? Members of the community who understand how maps are built, who understand how proportions of different pieces are going to fit in map building. For example, there was, like I said, when I was showing the two Takala jungles pieces together next to each other, there were maps designed with two Takala trees next to each other, and we saw pictures and we're like, those don't fit next to each other. Now, I proved that, you know, as you rotate the canopy, they kind of do. But again, I still don't know how this gets past you when the base of the I keep saying Takala, it's Grove at Laur's Edge. I don't know. I need to stop because you don't want to keep watching my video berating Renegade and all the things. I'm on a soapbox. I'm emotional. You're getting the raw emotion from an unboxing, uncut, right? Deep breath. Heroscape will live on. Continue to support Heroscape, and I will, for the time being, say continue to support Renegade. Obviously, I think they're still, the pros still outweigh the cons. There's a lot of things that I agree they're doing right. Please continue to support them. When it comes to buying Takala sets or Grove at Laur's Edge, I can't in good faith say go out and buy that set up, and because that means I know you're going to spend hours probably shaving off, you know, the inside of your Takala set or your jungle sets. yeah, I don't know what to say to that. Like, I don't see any world other than they recall it, reimburse everyone, and then redistribute it once they fix it. And we know that's not happening. I mean, I guess they can go in, fix it, retest the mechanics of it, and then reprint it anyway, and then people can just buy the reprinted version. So I guess this is version 1, and version 1 will be, you know, just always an issue, and people will just have to manually fix them, and then version 2 will be the fixed version. I don't know. But get your crap together. I'm still pissed about it. I'm still a little bit pissed. I can't. Anyway. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. I still love Heroscape, and I'm still going to provide unboxings. I still got more boxes to open. Anyway. Alright, guys. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time.